Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Dallas Cowboys. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Break. 258. 54 miles. Let's go, baby. Turn up. Get that ball. Get that ball.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. On second down, a run with Lindsay. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Over. 26. Hey, let's go. 51, Mike, 51.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10.
Check 13. Check 13. Gun. Watch the eye. Check. Check hot route. Go. Check the backer.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Prescott now from the 50. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 11-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Throwing deep for Galladay. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's make these babies. 47. Let's make these babies cry all the way back, huh? 44's the mic. 44's mic. Check. Watch the pass.
Prescott from the gun. He's going to let this one go deep. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Looking downfield for Jones. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Xavier Woods with a pick.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
And out across midfield, down to the 45. 36 yards on the play.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Looking to throw. Prescott. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. The inside linebacker, Danny Trevathan, gets the sack. We're scoreless after 1. Started the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 2nd down coming up. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here we go. 4-8. 44 to Mike. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. We're going to 53. 44, Mike. That's it. 44. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 44 to Mike.
3rd and long for Prescott. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Switch. Tight dog.
Now Elliott. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, 1st down. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 1st down Lions on a pickup of 13.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Detroit.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Rodgers.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's Rodgers to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? He's having to run with a running back or a tight end. In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 42-yard line.
Mike, 44 Mike. Check.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Throwing on second down, Prescott. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 23.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
10th carry now for Elliott. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On second down, Elliott. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Prescott to throw it. He gets this into the hands of Kirkwood. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Watch the twist.
47.
47. 44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. Hey, time. 44. 26.
On first and 10, Prescott. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Jared Davis, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. To try again after the sack, Prescott. This is caught. That one good for 17 as they're set on better now for third down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Slam. Check 9.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
47.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 49
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Right there. All day, baby. All day, all day, baby. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Right. Go 50 against the mic. I got one.
Final play of the half. Prescott. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter three. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
54. I'm coming. Here we go. 46. 46. Go. Get out there. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go. Off. 54. Right there. 54.
Prescott down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked up by Levante David. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 16 yards, a first down. To throw, it's Rodgers.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Now Rodgers. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point good by Prater, and that'll make our score 14-7.
14, Lions 7.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Here we go. 480. Mike's four. That's it. We're going to 53. Man up, D. 26.
On third down, it's Prescott. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Jarrett Davis make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
At their own 47-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's second and 8.
From just shy of midfield, Rodgers. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 16 yards, a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now Rodgers going to throw again. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 17-yard line. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Rodgers now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack on first down, Rodgers, and he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking to get it to Phillip Lindsay there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense, because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back foot. Pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all. And I think one of the hardest things for a guy having a day like this one is to find a way to just kind of get out of it, kind of get yourself back to neutral. Because what you try and do is make even more spectacular plays to make up for it, and it usually leads to more bad ones.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And the 13-year man puts it through, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, Do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Gun. Bumps up the helmet. Here we go.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 48-yard line.
Here we go. Check. Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Here we go, 47. Mike spoke both. You know, 26.
On 2nd and 12, Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Give me that ball, defense.
From the pistol, here's Elliott. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
The run by Elliott, a good one on 1st down as he's able to pick up about 6 there. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Again, it's Elliott. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
I'm going to run you over. 26.
They'll run with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here.
A 31-yard attempt.
The kick by Maher is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
and he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Calling a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Now it's Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They get the crucial turnover just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of me.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Well, that's complete to Sanders. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
A gain of 27 on the play.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now Rodgers. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Emmanuel Sanders, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. The interception on the last drive proved costly, led to the tying score, so 17 all as they come up on a first down. Space to maneuver at the 40 and all the way up to the 46. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. This is Elliott. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 14 yards. Good for a Cowboy first down.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Pick it up. Pick it up.
Elliott. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. Missed tackles may doom this team.
I just had a bad flashback. That's why I'm sitting up here with you right now. You've got to tackle him inbounds. You've got to wrap him up.
26-yard line.
Here we go. Line 8. Mike, 44. Watch the backer, watch the backer.
They'll run on first down. Elliott. And down inside the 15 he goes. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. On first down, it's Elliott. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. Shit.
Here's Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 5.
Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So it all rests now on the right foot of Brett Maher. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And it is good! He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And it'll be a good time in Big D tonight. The Cowboys have won it. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game,